This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Good afternoon. That's it. The days of speculation and tension are over. It's time now for the moment of truth. About 5 hours ago, the ballot boxes were opened around the country. And in a short while, we should know how the people of India have spoken. Over the next 36 to 40 hours, Vinod, there are better ways to get into the Guinness Book of Records. The one and only Vinod Dua, who is by now clearly India's Walter Cronkite, and I will be taking you through the results as they come in. We'll be taking a break and you'll have a second pair, and I would say a much better pair of anchors coming in occasionally. But we'll be taking you through the results as they come in live for these 36 or 40 hours. We promise you we shall try and make sure you get the information no longer than a few seconds after they are announced wherever they are in the country.
नमस्कार। हर 5 साल के बाद हमारे राष्ट्रगीत की दूसरी पंक्ति भारत भाग्य विधाता हमारे देश की जनता पर लागू होती है। 11वीं लोकसभा के चुनाव का काम हो चुका है, मतगणना की गिनती शुरू हो चुकी है। जैसे जैसे हमारे पास सूचना आती जाएगी, चुनाव विश्लेषण के विशेष कार्यक्रम के जरिए हम आप तक पहुंचा दे जाएंगे। इस दफे हम 36 से 40 घंटे तक लगातार आपको सूचना देंगे। हमारे बाद प्रणव और मैं जब नहीं होंगे तो हमारे और सहयोगी अपन मेनन विक्रम वो आपके साथ होंगे, लेकिन लगातार बिना किसी ब्रेक के हम आपको 36 से 40 घंटे लगातार चुनाव की मतगणना की पूरी सूचना देंगे और जब तक जनादेश स्पष्ट नहीं हो जाता हम आपके साथ रहेंगे।
Now let's see, Vinod, what's to come over the next 36 hours. The ballot papers are being counted right now across the country in 354 constituencies. And the race is on to decide which will be the first state with the results. It's usually Gujarat, and once again Gujarat has been the fastest. We'll give you that in a second. Once the leads start coming in, they literally pour in. So we should be inundated with news on who's winning where later on this afternoon. And by tonight, we hope to have a clear picture of who will form the next government, unless, of course, it's too close to call. But one thing is clear, Vinod, it's going to be 36 hours full of surprises.
Surprises? Yep. You have all the opinion polls in mind when you say surprises?
I have opinion polls, media, and politicians. I don't think anybody really knows what the voters' mind is all about.
पहली दफ़े ऐसा हुआ है कि किसी को स्पष्ट नहीं मालूम चल रहा, क्योंकि कोई लहर नहीं है, कोई विशेष मुद्दा नहीं उभरा, तो किसी को स्पष्ट नहीं मालूम हो रहा कि किस दिशा में लहर जाएगी या किस दिशा में जनादेश जाएगा। और आने वाले 36 घंटों में हम आपको जैसे जैसे जो भी घटनाएं होंगी, जो भी सूचना हमारे पास उपलब्ध होगी, हम आपको देते रहेंगे।
Now, Vinod, let's have a look at the headlines right now. It's very early, but here they are. The headlines right now say that the counting is on in 354 seats, and they're pretty well progressed because it started 8 a.m. this morning. The first leads have come in Gujarat. We know in one seat at least, and another could come in any second now. And the Congress leads in the Pondicherry Vidhan Sabha. They're leading in 2 seats.
जो अभी तक सूचना हमारे पास आई है, 354 जगह पर मतगणना का काम चल रहा है पूरे देश में। गुजरात में से एक चुनाव की जो सूचना हमारे पास है, एक ही लीड हमारे पास आई, जिसके बारे में हम आपको कुछ देर में सूचना देंगे, और पौंडीचेरी में कांग्रेस आगे है। ये हमारे पास फिलहाल सूचना आई है शुरुआत में।
So just for formality's sake, let's look at what's happening in Gujarat. That's the first bit of news. We have information, as I said, on 1 out of 26, and the BJP is leading in that, and that's Junagadh. It's a safe BJP seat. They had a 44% margin that time, and if they lost this, they would be in deep trouble. So there's not much significance to that, but it is the first bit of news.
गुजरात में जूनागढ़ से हमारे पास अभी तक सूचना आई है, उसमें बीजेपी भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने निकटतम प्रतिद्वंदी से आगे है, और सिर्फ यही सूचना हमारे पास फिलहाल है।
Now let's have a look exactly where that seat is coming. We mentioned Gujarat and Junagadh, and we are expecting more results any second now from Gujarat. They really do count fast there. It's obviously a very efficient state from election counting point of view at least. And there it is in Junagadh, in the Kutch and Saurashtra district. The BJP is ahead in that one seat, but it was a safe seat. Now looking at the Gujarat battleground, actually what the story is all about in this important state. it's clear that in Gujarat the BJP will need a massive swing away from it for it to lose many seats here. We'll come back to that.
When you say battleground, what exactly do you have in mind? Like
Well, exactly that.
graphic.
Yeah. Out of the 26 seats in Gujarat, the BJP last time won 20. We can just have a look at that. The swing against the BJP, therefore, if it's about 0 to minus 2.5, the BJP would go down from 20 seats to 17. Now, a swing of minus 10, the swing of minus 10 would mean it would drop to 6 seats. So it needs a fairly large swing for the BJP really to lose a lot of seats there. But we can see that at the moment, if we're talking about minus 2.5, you're losing just 3 seats. It had 20 last time, and now it would come down to 17. But that's the battleground really. The various swings and how many seats the BJP loses for each swing.
अगर 2.5% वोट बीजेपी के विरुद्ध जाता है जनमत के झुकाव में, तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को, भाजपा को 17 से 20 तक सीट मिल सकती हैं। यदि 2.5 से 5% वोट विरुद्ध जाता है तो 14 से 17 तक सीट्स। यदि 5 से 7.5% वोट विरुद्ध जाता है, जनमत का झुकाव होता है, स्विंग अगेंस्ट होता है, तो 9 से 14 सीट्स, और 7.5 से 10% वोट यदि जनमत का झुकाव विरुद्ध जाता है भाजपा के, तो 6 से 9 सीट तक मिल सकती है।
Now, Vinod, amongst all the politicians, amongst all the voters, if there's one man who stands out ahead of everybody else in this election, the man of the match, it's Mr. Seshan. Mr. Seshan, thank you very much for being here. Are you satisfied with the way things have gone?
Yes, by and large, because in a venture of this size and magnitude, one has to take satisfaction from the best we have. I think in the last 10 days of polling between 27th and yesterday, out of the 59 crores or 590 million voters, I think something like 350 million voters have actually come and cast their votes. Yes, there have been minor disturbances. Yes, we have lost about 50 lives as a result of election clashes. We could have done without those. Particularly yesterday, we had about 20-30 lives lost. But by and large, my answer is the election has been a very satisfying experience. We have finished 537 out of 543 constituencies. 6 more are yet to be done. What has happened is an enormous tribute to India's electorate.
इस दफ़े जो चुनाव खर्च की सीमा आपने तय की थी, उसके कारण बहुत से लोग कहते हैं कि जो राजनीतिक पार्टियां हैं उनका संदेश सही तरह लोगों तक नहीं पहुंच पाया, लिहाजा जो मैंडेट है वो शायद कंफ्यूज्ड हो।
तो हालांकि आप सवाल हिंदी में पूछते हैं, ये ठीक होगा, शायद मैं हिंदी में जवाब दे दूं, लेकिन मुझे अंग्रेजी इस्तेमाल करना पड़ता है कि द प्रूफ ऑफ द पुडिंग इज इन द ईटिंग। अगर खर्चा को सीमा हमने इतने ज़ोरदार से लागू कर दिया, उसके परिणाम स्वरूप जो मैसेज रीच करना चाहिए था, पहुंचाना चाहिए था, वो पहुंचा नहीं। कि नतीजा ये होने वाले थे कि वोटर्स बहुत कम नंबर में पहुंचते थे। नंबर में कम हो गया, राजस्थान में कम हो गया, गुजरात में कम हो गया, जगह जगह पर कम हो गया, लेकिन उसी के साथ बंगाल में, केरल में जगह जगह पे 70 से 80% तक वोटर पहुंचे हैं। क्योंकि हालांकि ये मेला की जो आवाज़ है वो नहीं था, लेकिन अगर ये कहें कि मैसेज जो पहुंचाना चाहिए था वो पहुंचा नहीं, ये गलत है।
So, you know, there's been a massive change between 1989, 1991. I mean, over the years, actually, really, over the last 2 decades, we've seen things going downhill. But this time, it seems to have been changed. If you had to redo these 5 years all over again, would you have changed anything that you did?
Oh yes, and still there are 3 things which I am still basically unhappy about. Our voters lists aren't half as good as they should be. I mean, okay, in 590 million voters, I certainly don't have 5 million losses of names. I don't have 500,000 losses of names. The percentage is very small. But when an individual voter goes to the polling booth and finds his name is not in the list, he is not worried about statistics. He is angry. And he is right to be angry. 2, the ostensible, obstreperous, obvious excess expenditure of money has been put down. You don't get all the hoopla, the noise, the loudspeaker, the posters, the banners, the screamers. and yet still the substantive use of money has not been put down as much as it ought to be. And we need to make party accounts transparent. The rear side of the expenditure account, which is now has a gaping hole, when you say that expenditure by the party and by friends and relatives need not be taken into account, block that hole, make that expenditure seeming reasonable, and then enforce it. 3, I think the country should find methods by which criminals cannot get into the electoral process of becoming lawmakers.
But all the changes you made so far, you had to be pretty tough. To make these, you're going to have to be even tougher.
Yeah. No, but luckily it is not required of the Election Commission to do this. It's for Parliament to enable the laws to be passed. If Parliament would pass a law laying down what kind of criminals cannot be allowed to come in, if Parliament would lay down the law as to how party accounts should be made transparent, if Parliament would pass the law which blocks the rear side hole, if Parliament blocks the law by which religion and caste is still used as a method of seeking votes, these 4 or 5 things are for Parliament to do. If Parliament would pass the law, then you need only an ordinary stout-hearted umpire, nothing more.
But you've been more than a stout-hearted umpire.
Well, where, like the Padri said in the margin of his sermon, where the argument is weak, you speak loudly. Where the law was weak, you have to speak loudly.
If I may quote you on something that you said to me just before this, you said the system was going downhill and it needed a jerk, and you turned out to be the jerk.
Well, I hope you are not referring to my personality when you call me a jerk.
No, I'm quoting you actually.
It needed a shock. It needed a, I mean, after all, if you are going downhill and want to prevent going further downhill, you need to apply the brake. And you know, when you apply the brake, when you are at great speed, you get screeches all over the place.
मुझे कुछ नहीं पूछना है, मैं सिर्फ वाकई इस दफ़े आपने बिहार में कुछ छुटपुट घटनाएं हुई हैं बेशक हिंसा की।
कल छुटपुट घटनाएं हुई हैं जी जी।
तो उसके लिए आप कहाँ पर आपको अंदाजा नहीं था, आपको भनक नहीं थी, आप कहाँ फेल हुए? जी।
सवाल पूछा जाता है कि पूरे भारत में सवाल पूछा जाता है जगह जगह पे ये घटना क्यों घटी
जी।
तो मैं जवाब देता हूँ कि बिहार की जो संकट है, डिस्ट्रेस आई कॉल इट, ये उनका सोशल लाइफ की एक नमूना है. It's a sample of the social upheaval which is taking place in that place, that there is a perception of people who are coming out of long years of oppression that you somehow need to occupy positions of power in order to be able to get at least a reasonable part to the cake. And that's being exercised with anger. At the point of time at which Bihar catches up with the rest of the country in literacy, in social equality, in the absence of tremendous feudal tensions, this will disappear on their own. I have no doubt about it.
अभी तक आपने जो किया है चुनाव आयोग को लेकर और चुनाव प्रक्रिया को लेकर हिंदुस्तान में, अभी आप और क्या क्या करना चाहते हैं? जब तक आपका कार्यकाल है, आप क्या क्या और करना चाहेंगे? सुधार हो या कदम उठाने हो? जैसा
कि मैं आप कह रहा था अभी कि 5 साल 5.5 साल में कहाँ तक कितना तक कर सकता था, कर चुका हूँ. लेकिन I am not willing to say I am satisfied, I can sit back on the oars, I have only 7 months to go. But that is not important. Individuals come and individuals go. It is the institution that is important. Within the available law, I think we cannot do very much more within the available law. If we want further quantum improvement, as I said, these are the 3-4 main things to improve. The voters list must be improved. The appeals to caste and religion must be prevented. Criminals should be totally prohibited, and funding should be made transparent and clear. If those 3 things are done, our elections will not merely be the world's largest, they will be the best.
You're already pretty close. Sorry.
7 महीने बाद जब आप चुनाव आयोग में नहीं होंगे, क्या चुनाव आयोग को आप जैसी ही शख्सियत की, पर्सनैलिटी की आवश्यकता होगी, या वो स्वयं एक संस्था के रूप पर उस रास्ते पर चल पाएगा या वैसे चल पाएगा जैसे अब चल रहा है?
तो मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि चुनाव आयोग अभी जो रास्ते पर जा रहे हैं वो एक शख्सियत के, एक इंडिविजुअल के ऊपर निर्भर नहीं है. चुनाव होगा, शायद मुझसे मेरे बाद जो आ रहे हैं वो मैं जैसे एग्रेसिव, मैं जैसे एंगुलर, मैं जैसे जो आप नाम से मुझे पुकारना चाहेंगे, मुझे इतना नाम मिल चुका है 5.5 साल में, कितना नाम मिला है, तो ऐसी आदमी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आगे आने वाले सालों में चुनाव आयोग अपनी हक को, अपनी जिम्मे को अच्छी तरह निभाएंगे, कोई शक नहीं.
So one of the major changes you have made this time is the counting process, and we should explain to viewers that We would have had results by about 12, but we've given an extra 2 hours because of the new counting process, which is something like this. The counting system as we have it today is the ballot boxes, of course, are brought to the counting center. Then they're opened and made, a tally is made of the number in each box with the number of voters that have cast there. Then all the ballot papers are made into bundles of 25 each and laid out on a table like that. Then these are picked up and put into large drums and mixed. The reason why they are mixed here is so that nobody can tell which particular polling booth those ballots came from, so that in the post-election scenario, no one can go back to a particular village or a polling booth and victimize people there. Stage 3 is the votes are then, all these bundles are taken out of those drums and put on the table, and votes are counted for each candidate. And then finally in stage 4, the results of the first round are announced, and then the whole process starts again from counting onwards. So it's the middle stage of the mixing that I think you've introduced, and that's the big difference between 91 and this time.
That's right.
जो मतों की गिनती का काम है वो इस तरह से होता है कि मत के जो मत पेटियां हैं वो खोली जाती हैं, मतपत्र निकाले जाते हैं, जो लिस्ट है वोटर्स की उसको और मत के जो गणना है उसको टैली किया जाता है, उसके बाद 25-25 के बंडल बांध कर मेज पर रखे जाते हैं, उसके बाद सब बंडल्स को ड्रम में डाला जाता है और उसे कड़छी से हिलाया जाता है और फिर एक एक दौर की गिनती शुरू की जाती है। इससे ये फायदा होता है कि पोलिंग बूथ का पता नहीं चलता कि किस पोलिंग बूथ का मतपत्र जो है वो कहाँ पर कौन सी मेज पर गिना जा रहा है, ताकि बाद में किसी किस्म का विक्टिमाइजेशन ना हो।